An experiment with a Canadian connection is taking place in Hong Kong. Residents and visitors arriving at the airport are being given monitoring bracelets to make sure they're staying in quarantine. A Vancouver company is behind the surveillance devices, but there's also a legal test, pitting privacy against public health. Hong Kong was one of the early hotspots for the new coronavirus. That government immediately implemented quarantine measures for residents and visitors arriving at the airport. That included these monitoring bracelets to stop people from leaving their homes.
As soon as you get out of the house, and then the government would get alert, and then the healthcare or the police would come catch you, and then it would be up to 6 months imprisonment.
The wristbands are like hospital bracelets. Each one has a Bluetooth module and battery. Those under quarantine have to download the app. Once at home, they walk around, so the app can calibrate how big the home is with the wristband.
So this could be someone's at Customs and Border Patrol or a health authority.
A Vancouver company, TraceSafe, is behind the technology, and the Chinese territory is its first test case.
There's a thin piece of metal that goes all the way around the bracelet that actually provides an alert if it's cut or stretched. So there are tamper-resistant pieces to the design.
CEO Wayne Lloyd is pitching the devices to other governments, including Canada. But in this country, it would have to pass a constitutional test that balances privacy rights with public health.
To put bracelets on people under any circumstances would require that a law be passed in Parliament. I do not believe that the emergency management powers allow either federal or provincial legislatures to do that right now.
Hong Kong supposedly had 20,000 bracelets ready at airport arrivals, but not everyone received one.
I think one big problem is that they really didn't have a chance to test run the whole system before it goes out.
TraceSafe is working out the kinks, so to speak, but feels this is the way to get out of lockdown faster.
Once the tracking is over, you cut the bracelet off and it's done. This is not a sort of behind your back Big Brother sort of thing.
Still, the concern over Big Brother may explain why Canada is relying on the conscience of Canadians to prevent community spread of this silent killer. We've all been spending a lot more time at home this past month, seeing our friends on screens instead of in person. Animal shelters are seeing a huge increase in the number of people looking to adopt or foster a pet to deal with the loneliness from COVID-19. Here's Reggie Cecchini.
The need to find these animals a forever home has run up against a world stuck at home as the COVID-19 pandemic leaves shelters struggling to keep their doors open.
If a staff person goes down with COVID, then what does that mean for the team that they've got in place to deal with the frontline care inside the shelter?
To ease the burden, a call was put out asking people to open their hearts and their homes.
In southwestern Ontario, Lincoln County Humane Society, they put out their normal call for usually get about 20 fosters. 400 people responded.
In Canada, foster rates are 40 to 70% higher now than the same time last year, and it's a story that's playing out across the continent.
We've seen the biggest uptick in people that want to foster animals during the time when they're working from home.
You're such a good boy, buddy.
In times of high stress, a four-legged friend can provide a much-needed distraction and have a way of keeping us grounded.
And the fact that pets really live in the moment sort of reinforces that that's what we should be doing right now.
Studies have shown that pets have a positive impact on our health, helping to decrease blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and reduce loneliness. But the furry friends families are bringing into their homes are also experiencing something themselves.
Animals are highly sensitive, which is what makes them such great companions. And so if you have a high amount of stress in your life right now, your animal's probably sensing it.
Amidst a health crisis comes a learning opportunity for families and their foster pets to explore each other's surroundings and feelings.
This crisis is demonstrating to us just how important our animals are. You know, you see all kinds of hashtags coming up about new co-workers and working at home with pets.
Once again, proving pets can provide unconditional love.
We definitely see the strength of the human-animal bond.
No matter how uncertain the times. Reggie Cecchini, Global News, Washington.
the new series that goes inside the COVID-19 pandemic, from the front lines to the everyday heroes helping us cope with the unprecedented change. Coronavirus, the New Reality. A Global News special, Sundays at 7 on Global.